Big win against TCU, a really good team, Power 5, you know. Talk about that big win and how that kind of helped you with momentum.
Yeah, last week, I guess starting the week with TCU was a great win for us. I felt it was a great win for our team. Again, we've got some youth that, maybe not have had as many good experiences to this point this spring with some of those teams, but that was our second one. So it's great for those guys to get another Power 5 win under their belt as 24 new players. That hopefully creates a little bit of belief system in terms of what we're doing and how we're doing it. But I think it was really big for the department, the university, the crowd we had, and our baseball program. So continue to get some more of those are always great. We jumped off to a good start. Thought the crowd was phenomenal. We had a couple of fraternities there that created a really neat environment. It was fun. Our guys enjoyed playing. I want those guys to come out as often as they want. We want to invite them, be very, very welcoming to those guys because I think they really, really impacted the game. So that was a great start to the week. A lot of good performances there led to that.
And this weekend, a little bit of a weird scheduling weekend with that day off. Can I talk about the games themselves, and then we can talk about the actual weekend itself?
Yeah, that's how cruel our sport is. I told our guys on Friday, you go from a really signature win, so to speak, on Tuesday, and then there's weather. It's a weird setup. The way the weekend's probably going to unfold, which we knew. But man, we just didn't play well Friday at all. We didn't pitch well enough to win. We didn't drive the ball well enough to win. CBU's a very seasoned team, a lot of mature guys, a lot of all-conference players on it. Probably the conditions were favorable to them with the wind a little bit. So, man, it turns into a really rough day to play baseball. And we had to play two, so sometimes there's a toughness component to it, be able to kind of push the first game down and try to figure out a way to win the second game, which we just didn't do. So you go from the high of highs and then maybe the worst day of baseball for us all year on Friday. And then you got a day to sit on it, and we got our guys came up here and got a workout in and got some stuff together for a 10 a.m. start, which again is unusual. So the whole weekend itself, with the weather, the doubleheader, the elements, the time in between, which you never get a Saturday off in this season, that just doesn't happen. But I thought our guys handled it real well, Brett, and Caden gave us a shot to win yesterday by not allowing a run. You're going to win a lot of games when you throw shutouts. So that's the one silver lining to the whole thing, was giving those guys an opportunity to show back up when we really needed to have it, and they did a great job stepping up doing it.
And being able to avoid that sweep is always big, especially this late in the year. Brett coming out 7 innings, 3 hits the entire game against a team that put up double-digit runs just 2 days before. Talk about that and how big that was to be able to bounce back on that Sunday.
Yeah, Brett's very competitive. So, we knew what we were going to get in terms of that. Now the performance can vary some days, but I think he's been very steady to this point. He's in attack mode most of the time and going to get after some hitters. And I thought he did a great job of executing. That was the difference when yesterday and Friday we just didn't execute well enough to win on Friday. So it was great to see him, and then Grenade came in there to finish it up. But no, that was a great start when we needed to have it at home. I think we'll look back. CBU's going to be in the top 2 is my assumption. If they play well down the stretch, so they're at least in position to do that. They've got a team that can do it. So it was a good one. You get a chance to go 1-0 on Sunday, and that hopefully gets a little bit of momentum going into a new week.
And that scheduling is a little bit weird. How proud are you of your guys to be able to use that Saturday to kind of reset, come back out on Sunday and get that big win?
Yeah, I think it's just another opportunity. We talk a ton about opportunities in our program. There's some to respond to adversity. There's other opportunities to handle a little bit of success. We had both of those last week. You got success on Tuesday night. You've got adversity on Friday. That's what's so neat about collegiate athletics, man. I think that's why people want to hire our players when they leave here, because they've gone through the rigors of the highs and lows, the tough, handle hard better. We talk about that all the time. To get to the easy part in life, you've often got to go through the hard stuff. So it was just another one of those moments in college athletics, that's a little weird, just like life can be at times.
Then this Tuesday, it's a little bit of a weird midweek,
Yeah.
facing Tarleton. It's technically a WAC game, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Talk about that, facing somebody you guys know pretty well, and then going into Utah Tech.
Yeah, it's going to be unusual. Obviously, there's some proximity here with us and Tarleton. There's a long-lasting rivalry with us. I think dating back, before my time, but back in the Lone Star Conference Division II days with both teams. So this was originally our Baylor game here at home that we're not playing anymore. So we had to pick up another team. Tarleton jumped in. So I think we're just going to do this back and forth. Normally if we go over there like we did early in the year, they're going to return a single game trip later. Next year we'll flip it, just for both of us to grab a midweek game that's a little bit closer. Good for the fan base, good for the communities to hopefully show up and support both teams. So no, it's a non-conference game, so it won't count toward conference standings. It's just a normal regular season baseball game, against two teams here that have a long-standing tradition.
Just for bragging rights, huh?
Sure, yeah, another opportunity to win a baseball game, I hope.
And then Utah Tech, you guys going on the road again. Talk about going back onto the road after a long homestand that you guys have been on so far.
Yeah, so this will be a different road trip. We're flying into Las Vegas on Thursday. We're driving to St. George. We're playing 3 games at St. George. We're actually going to drive up to Provo, Utah, to play BYU on Monday. So we're going to play four games in 4 days. We're going to see the whole state of Utah, which I've never personally been to, so I'm kind of excited to kind of go through that. It'll be a great life experience for our players. But then we'll have another chance to play on Monday morning. So we're looking at this as a conference tournament type week. You got to win 4 games potentially over the course of 4 days, on the road, not at home. So that's how we'll present it to our group. And hopefully we'll go up there and play well each day and see if we can put 4 good days of baseball together at the end of the week.
And the fact that you're kind of treating it as kind of a pre-trial run to a conference tournament, how big is that, especially with the amount of new faces you guys have here in this program that might have not done that before?
Yeah, I think that's, to this point, we've been on the road enough. Just getting comfortable in foreign environments, if you will, I think is always the one part, the consistency, how you manage your time, the food, all the other stuff. We're getting close to finals, so there's a little bit of academic weight and stress probably on our guys right now too that we need to be mindful of. But yeah, it's just they're going to love it. They have some time to hang out with each other and travel, like I said, and see a different part of the country. So we're there. I just hope we can put together some good baseball and win some games.
You're probably the wrong guy to ask this to, but every time they get an extra base hit, they always do that. Check Tuesday. Where did that come from? I love that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm the wrong guy to ask. I'll push that question to someone else, but I've heard a little bit of it. It's all clean fun, but I'm not exactly sure who created that, where it came from, or who brought that to the program. But I love when they do it because that means there's an extra base hit involved, which is gold right now.
I can tell you where it comes from if you want. It's a streamer. That's like his signature thing.
Yeah.
So.
I have to try not to laugh every game
It's
when I hear
sketch.
Rolando.
Sketch.
You don't know sketch?
Nah.
I do not, so that's good.
It's a Twitch streamer, so
Oh,
that's where it comes from.
Whatever that is.
oh yeah, the
Video
Texans
games,
fan.
video games streamer thing.
Also blew up on TikTok too, so that also helps.
Now you know.
I don't do either. So
There you go. Credit to Tarleton State for stepping up for this. I mean, they're always aggressive at the plate, and they love to steal. What are the ways to counter that?
yeah, so we played them three times earlier in the year. They've got a new staff. Fuller and those guys are new. So I'm sure they're getting to a point now where they know their guys real well and their strengths, and are probably playing according to that. So yeah, they're going to be aggressive tomorrow. We'll need to pitch and eliminate the freebies and try to do a good job of limiting the free 90s that we give up, and same as they're going to try to do to us. I think that's Division I baseball right now. You're either slugging or you're scoring when the other team gives you opportunities to score. When the pitchers are right and doing the things that that they're good at, sometimes hitters need a little bit of help occasionally. So I think tomorrow night there'll be a lot of different guys that throw, I'm assuming, for both teams, to go out there and kind of get tuned up for the weekend.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.